I never thought that we would get in a situation where we almost lost our house, not once but twice. It was down to where the sheriff had tacked a sale notice right at the house, and I just couldn't believe that this was happening to us because my husband had a good job. I'm a nurse, and his job, his income was enough where I didn't have to work. And so, we felt like we were just living the dream. We loved this property. When we first came here, I just fell in love with the property. And then I saw the house, and it was like I felt like I was home. And I always felt like it was meant for my family to be here because it's so peaceful and it's just really beautiful, really nice piece of land. But then in 2007, my husband had a massive stroke, and then our family was devastated because he was our sole provider. So we were focusing on him getting better because he had paralysis on the left side, and then our money after the savings, it was just gone. So then I had to take up the steer, and I had to find, we heard about the Obama plan, and so our mortgage was reduced from $900 to $600, and then that was something that we could handle with my husband's disability and what I was making as a home health aide while I was trying to get my LPN in Pennsylvania. And then that just lasted for 3 months, and then we got a notice saying that it went right back up because somebody didn't figure something out right. Well, that didn't help us, so then we were right back in the same situation, whereas we couldn't afford our mortgage. And then I lost my job, so we were just living on the disability. And it was just so totally devastating. I mean, all my time on the planet, I have never had my electricity cut off. It was so bad that I'm riding down the street and my son calls me and he says, "Mom, we don't have any electricity." And all I could do was pull over and just cry because that was just it. I could not believe that was happening to us. But we live in a small area, and so, I called and I made arrangements. I guess I sound so hysterical. And we knew the disability check was like coming the next day. They came out and turned it back on. And, people told me I guess I was blessed or fortunate because when they turn you off, you don't get turned right back on the same day. But I guess they thought they were either going to have to turn it on or put me in a padded room because I was that devastated. I was just screaming and crying, saying, no more, no more. So they turned it back on, and then we were able to make payments on it. And then this winter, it was the worst. It was so cold in our house that we had to wear our clothes. It was steam. We all had to stay in rooms. My girlfriend gave us space heaters, and we all had to stay in different rooms because we couldn't afford heating oil, and because when I was working, and I guess the LIHEAP program came about, we fell in a gray area where we couldn't get it, and it's like, but we're not getting anything now. But they said, well, that's just how the program is. So we're in our house and with portable heaters, and that made the electric bill even higher. It must have went up to $800, and I just figured, well, we'll have to deal with it as it comes because, like as I said, my husband's health is compromised, so he had to have heat. So he was in a room with heat, I was in a room, and the boys were in a room. So we just were huddling in different rooms and running out to go to the bathroom. And it's cold when you come out of a room and go to the bathroom and it's too cold to sit on this seat. You're afraid you might get stuck. But we prayed a lot. We prayed a lot because I believe in the power of prayer, and different things happened. We did get help with family services to help us with our electric bill, and then we found out through the HEMAP program, and that was a godsend because through that program they were going to refinance, and we're going to be able to afford to stay in the house. Well, I'm still unemployed, but I'm hopeful. I've had several interviews, and we're still just living on my husband's disability. But for now, when that goes through with the HEMAP, it'll be a manageable amount until we can get back on our feet. And so tomorrow we're going to go and sign the refinancing for that, the closing. So we're feeling like we can finally see a tiny bit of light at the end of the tunnel.